Hello, Facebook. I'll upload this on YouTube. I don't have my phone stand, so I'm trying to hold this with it's not propped on anything with my hand. But I'm in my office and making some moves and adding some more components to my credit restoration services. So let me show you what I'm working on. These are my services that I'm offering to churches, right? My 2020 vision for 2020. The theme, Habakkuk 2 and 2. It's the 2 and 2 again. 2020 vision for your credit, your cash flow, right? Also, I have on there Caesar. If you're right here, because I like my alliterations, right? I like my alliterations, so I wanted a C in there. And it's based off Matthew 22 and 21. Render unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and render unto God what belongs to God. So this is your tax preparation components. That would be your tax preparation components. So what's different in what I'm offering? Well, as you see, it's do-it-yourself credit repair workshop. It's not a credit education component. And this is what I'm offering to churches. So if you are a pastor or if you're an administrator that would like to bring this workshop to your church, send me a message in my on Facebook and Messenger, or email me at ld@fixyourcreditandcash.com. This is not just a credit education workshop where you go and you hear the importance of good credit. You get educated about things like good credit and how your score is calculated. But this is going to be a component of not only receiving the education so that you won't fall back into those trends again, but actual information on how you can repair your own credit, right? Actual steps. You're going to leave with actual templates, actual ways to dispute, other than please verify that this account is reporting accurately. Knowing what steps to take when you dispute. What accounts should you dispute? What accounts you should not dispute. So again, if you are a pastor, this is not credit education workshop only, meaning that people come in and just give you an overview of why it's important to have good credit. This is a do-it-yourself repair workshop where you're going to have the vision. You're going to have to write the vision and make it plain. You're going to have the template. Pick up a link for that website. Curtis, what, my website? I don't know what you're talking about. What website you're talking about? This is my PowerPoint that I'm making for my do-it-yourself credit repair workshop for churches. Credit, Cashflow, and Caesar, Matthew 22 and 21, where you're going to get tax preparation so you can maximize your tax return, maximize your cash flow out of your paycheck. This is my second template, getting started, then purchase of having better credit. So you hear all of this stuff when you go to workshops, but I'm actually going to give you the recommended credit monitoring systems and really do-it-yourself letters and templates. Really the steps, right, of once you attain your credit report, how to write your letters and do it yourself. I'm going to have you print your dispute letters, include copies of personal documentations, because I've attended a lot of credit workshops, and all they do is pretty much tell you or give you an education overview of why you need good credit, give you this pie chart of the FICO, and that's all well and good. But some people want to, put the actions into work and actually dispute themselves, actually get negative items removing themselves. Well, I don't have a prompt, but this is not found on my website. This is developing. This is something I'm working in my office, developing now, and I'm on my way to the gym. That I'm developing now, and pastors, you can email me if you don't mind. You can put my email address in at ld@fixmycreditandcash.com. I'm already pretty much booked for 2020 with my speaking engagements. So if you are a church member, you want this service provided inside your church, then, ask your pastor to get on it quick and swift, because I'm probably only going to provide this services to about 5 churches next year, because I'm totally 2020 is not here yet, and I'm already a little burnt out and fatigued. And so then I can give you a pastor information, or your administrator personnel that books those things, information on what to do to get started, right? So it will. Are you only doing this for the pastor? Well, it's for churches. I mean, it's for churches. Yeah, I'm only providing this. It's church-centered for Christians. Because all this week I've pretty much been trying to educate Christians in particular the importance of, or knowing that there are many rich and wealthy people in the Bible, right? Many patriarchs of the Bible. You have Job, you have Abraham, you have Joseph, you have Jacob, you have King of Solomon, you have the Proverbs 31st woman, you have both of the 2 Kings women in 2 Kings chapter 4, you have Lydia. And so oftentimes the church will take one example of one poor person in the Bible named Lazarus, and the widow woman who gave out of her poverty, and Jesus observed her giving. So there's 2 poor people that I know of that's mentioned in the Bible. And then they would take the reference of these 2 scriptures, either the rich young ruler, or they would say the love of money is the root of all evil. Well, if you don't have money, then you can't obtain a love for it, right? And so then you have the rich young ruler. I'm always questioning why, for example, do we disregard with the rich young ruler that at least with all his riches and wealth, he did keep 10 of the main commandments. He kept 10 of the commandments, right? So even with his riches and wealth, he kept 10. He said, God, I just want to know how to be perfect. I'm trying to reach perfection. But they'll take that one scripture and flip it to that Christians are not supposed to be rich and wealthy, which I don't understand, because there's so many rich and wealthy people in the Bible. And I don't understand how they misconstrue that. And so the rich young ruler, he just wasn't willing to put up with his material wealth. My arm is getting restless. To reach perfection, right? But he did at least keep. How many people can keep the 10 commandments and you don't even have wealth? You don't even attain the riches. So let me show you. It's going to. I'm trying to cut my flash off. Go over pulling your credit report. 6 disputes, starting with public records. That's bankruptcy, charge-offs. That's the most dangerous thing on your credit report. It's 6 months of no payment, and it's been charged off. Collections, 2 years or younger. Medical bills, late pays, right? It's going to give you the process you need. So if you're not a member of a church, will I offer any do-it-yourself workshops? I don't know. This is just something that outside of church. This is just something God has given me. So that I want to offer to churches. Only those churches who believe in the written and biblical word that God will make you rich and add no sorrow. And I don't want, I don't want the churches that really don't believe in financially empowering their members. So if you are a pastor or administrative assistant, you want to offer this to your members, email me at LD, Habakkuk 2 and 2, 2020 vision for 2020. Email me at ld@fixmycreditandcash.com. All right, it's time for me to hit the gym. You all have a great Financial Freedom Friday. Hey, Nick, what's up? Mr. Kane, what's going on? ld@fixmycreditandcash.com. Let's set the church financial free. Could be your year of Jubilee, people. It could be your year of Jubilee. Jubilee, 7 years, all your debts were paid. So even if you file bankruptcy and you're able to get it off of your credit, if you're able to get it removed from your credit report, that's 7 years of bad credit history, or 10 years if it's a chapter 13 that you don't have to live with, that you don't have to be in bondage with, and you can learn the entire education component as well, just not repaying it yourself, but learn how your credit score is calculated and how to keep and maintain good credit, great credit once it's restored. Because everyone needs credit to live a financial healthy lifestyle, and you need all things added: your taxes, your credit, and your cash flow. So I had that Caesar in there from Matthew 22:21, render unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Tax planning and preparation, how to get the most out of your income tax. I had someone tell me they was an independent contractor, and they didn't know how to get their $16,000 hotel expense for their year as an independent contractor, because Trump's new tax laws eradicates that. But there's a way to legally get that done, and you can get all of your tax deductions and get more money out of your paycheck. So, hey, I'm signing off, Queen of Credit. Y'all have a great day. Churches and pastors, administrative assistants, reach out to me if you want these services for 2020. I'm only coming to maybe about 5 churches.